Standard & Poor's has declared that what happened in Greece was a selective default. It's a downgrade to somewhere below junk, like a chart where you go off the whiteboard and onto the wall beneath. It's a bit awkward because it was meant to be a voluntary haircut and therefore not a default, but S&P doesn't seem to be playing the game. Greece's share market was dumped, but others around the world were okay, and the Australian market jumped nearly 1% today after running on the spot for more than a week. Among the best gains were NAB, Telstra and Orica, while Myer led a retreat among the retailers. The Australian dollar also went for a trot today, up to 108 US cents, but the gains against other currencies were smaller and it was steady against the euro. The oil price came back somewhat today, but precious metals went up, along with some base metals, so it was a mixed performance on commodity markets. This graph explains why the oil price is rising even though Europe is in recession and the American economy isn't growing much. It's because China, India and other developing countries have taken over as the biggest consumers of oil, and they're growing fast. Retail sales for January were issued today by the Bureau of Statistics, showing a rise of 0.3%, but that was all about cafes and restaurants, where spending jumped by 4.6% in the quarter. Without that, total retail sales would have actually fallen by 0.3%. And here's a chart of retail sales divided into mining and non-mining states. Now, this is why shops in Melbourne and Sydney are closing, because retail sales in the non-mining states are growing at less than inflation. And construction numbers for the December quarter came out, and there was a pullback, as expected, after a strongish rise in the quarter before. And that's finance.